Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope everything is good with you and yours. What's good? So I'm looking over everything. I'm sitting back and I'm like, wow. So MicroStrategy is now just strategy. Kind of a big deal. Also, in the fourth quarter of 2024, MicroStrategy doubled its Bitcoin holdings. At 1 quarter, 3 months, doubled. They have a strategy and they're executing it. They're not playing games. Michael Saylor is not playing games over there. They currently hold 471,107 Bitcoin, worth about $46 billion, compared to BlackRock's 60. Just saying. And remember, it's not necessarily BlackRock that owns it, right? It's everybody that they represent that owns that over $60 billion worth of Bitcoin. Still, that's huge. It's over 100,000 Bitcoin between those two companies alone. Let that wash over you. And every time I hear somebody say, oh, I don't believe in, oh, I don't trust in, oh, I don't, I'm sitting back and I'm going, let's rock with the idea that it's all bogus, it's all fake, it's all garbage. BlackRock is making money off of fees because people want to own or want to be in on Bitcoin. What? Yeah. Go do the math on how much it costs to be involved with IBIT, right? And how much they're holding in Bitcoin. Go do the math on that and go see how much BlackRock is making off those fees. Just saying, you might come up with a different idea. Then remember what was it, last week or the week before last, I had said that MicroStrategy's shareholders had voted for issuing more stocks so they can get more money, and the issuance would be around, a little over $500 million. Well, the company announced a new logo, fundraising via STRK preferred stock. Okay. STRK will be the ticker, and a public offering of 2.5 million shares. That's what will get them the over $500 million. They already had this in the works. They sprinkled it out there. That was good. For all of you that take, my course on, learn how to do your own research. Yeah. That was one of the examples I gave. Not this particular one, but the examples that I gave was exactly what they executed. Love it. Now, VanEck is predicting that Solana is going to hit $520 by the end of 2025. And I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, that's possible. That's absolutely possible. But where's the risk, Eddie? What's the risk? Network gremlins. That's the risk. Network gremlins. So every so often, Solana will take a hit. I've explained this before ad infinitum. And what happens is they don't say why the network went down or anything. And I also point out that this is one of the reasons why enterprises have a hard time choosing or selecting Solana to develop on. That's not where it's going. Who's developing on Solana? Independents. Big companies aren't mucking around with that. They can't trust it. Resilience, security, fees. And then you have a network gremlin where sometimes you go down for hours and you can't put your finger on it. Like you're just kind of like, congestion. I know a lot of people that including myself, that got caught up trying to do a trade, and it sat there. It hit their network and sat there. Couldn't even see it on the blockchain. Just sat there. And I'm like, wow. Couldn't cancel it. Couldn't do anything. It just sat there. So $520 by the end of this year. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. The math works out that it is possible. You'd have to more than double where they're at right now, but it's possible. But if another network gremlin hits, last year they had 5. If my calculations are correct, they had 5. They have already had 1 this year. Just saying. I don't know. So the math works, right? The math works. But would I bet on that? Not me. Not me. And if I lose, okay, fine. A lot of people be happy if I'm wrong. I'm not betting on that. I'm not taking that bet. Nope. And then we've got the U.S. Treasury they're being sued. I thought I mentioned this yesterday, but I don't think I did actually. They're being sued, and it's because of the data sharing with the Department of Government Efficiency. Literally, there were kids that could not have possibly have passed the background checks for some of the information that they have. So they're being sued. The AFL-CIO sues the U.S. Treasury for allegedly sharing sensitive financial data with that department, leading to the resignation of Acting Deputy Secretary David Lebryk. It's either Lebryk or Lebryk. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I apologize. But still, that's huge. That is huge. And I want you to think about something. I'm going to trust Elon Musk's team with all of that data, and they can't even protect people's information and people's accounts on X. This is who? Every time you turn around, somebody's getting hacked. You want to know how I know? I report it. Former Malaysian PM social media hacked for fake meme coin promotion. It was X. His X account was hacked. Or their X account was hacked. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, yeah, every time I turn around, something's going on with X. And they have some kid or kids going to collect data. I see why this lawsuit was being brought forward. I have issues with it. I don't know about you, but I have issues with it. Are they the ones that are actually examining the data? 19 years old. You're the ones that are examining the data? Walking around with thumb drives? I don't know. I don't know about you, but I got issues with that. Then you have the US CFTC reviewing prediction market regulations after the Polymarket CEO raid. Yeah. Some people, there are some things that I kind of agree with and some things I don't. This is one of the things that I actually agree with. I do not agree with going after developers of software when the software that they built was legal, but other people used it for nefarious things. Like, you're not going to sue Microsoft because somebody used Microsoft Word to draft a ransom note. It's as simple as that. In my pea little brain, it's as simple as that. But Polymarket, I don't know if I have a problem with Polymarket's business model, except for, what you might be betting on. And I do think that there's a gamification in politics, and I think that's where they're focusing in on. And I think that's a bad thing. Because then you have an influence, and that's not good. That's not good. But is it Polymarket's fault, or is it the fault of the United States government for not having rules and regulations in place to stop political gambling? See what I mean? So I don't mind looking into that. Should they be charged? Oh, I don't know yet. I need to see more evidence. But I think there should be regulations against it. Because that's betting on politics? Nah. That leads to all kinds of slippery slope problems. So yeah, no, I'm not feeling that. Not feeling that. Cboe files for an Ethereum ETF options approval. That could be big. They submitted their 19B4, and I'm all about it. Why not? Why shouldn't you be able to trade, you know, Ethereum options? That is going to be interesting to me. I want to see how that plays out. Then you've got Galaxy Digital. Mike Novogratz was on an interview, I think yesterday or the day before, and he was like, "Yeah, I think ETH could hit $5,500, you know," and takes a step back and says, "Yeah, you know, it's cool to be a part of the XRP army." That's cute, because he said he was wrong about Cardano before, and because I think he's a Bitcoin maxi. He's been seen as a Bitcoin maxi, and I'm like, that's cute. So you're on the Ethereum bandwagon. That's cute. That's cool. And then you're no longer putting down XRP, and that's cute. That's nice. I don't know. I don't know. Ethereum hitting 5,500 by the end of 2025. I think that's highly possible. I think Ethereum gets used a lot more than people think, and I think the potential of Ethereum is a lot more than what we've seen thus far. That's a beautiful combination. Bitcoin forecasted to hit $500,000 by the end of 2028, and that's by Standard Chartered. And I'm sitting back and I'm kind of going, yeah, because that would kind of put us at, $1 million by 2030, which is what ARK Investment is saying. And I can kind of go, yeah, I can see that math. But I could also see it happening, beforehand, like 2026, 2027 timeframe. 2027. I can see that. I can see that math working out just because, not just of investment, because of investment and adoption. I mean, like integration. That's going to be the big deal. Then we've got strategy. There's no more MicroStrategy. I told you that before. And I just want to bring it up again because they've surpassed their Bitcoin acquisition goals. And they're still going. That's what STRK is all about. STRK, the ticker symbol, today. I think it starts today. It's a very big deal. So for every one MicroStrategy, I think you get 10 STRK. Oof. Oof. Michael Saylor has a plan. He's got a playbook that he's running, and that's it. And he's hyper focused on it. It's not that he doesn't hear. It's not that he doesn't listen. He not doesn't see. He's just hyper focused on his roadmap. Not mad at him about that. That's smart. I honestly think that's smart. Right? Didn't have my watermark up. What the heck? Now, Tether has a problem. Tether is facing being delisted by certain exchanges in Europe and in the United States, because the United States says that, they only want to do business with law-abiding or something like that, some kind of weird way that they said it. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, there's nothing wrong with Tether. And here's something else that I'm gonna talk about. You're going to wind up pushing that money outside the system, outside of governmental reach, because people will find another way to get into USDT, right? And they'll get into USDT and still do what they want to do, and you will have not collected anything with those transfers. Just saying, I think it's a really, really bad thing to delist Tether. And United States talking all that nonsense when Tether is ranked number 19 in terms of holding U.S. treasuries, U.S. debt. I think the United States will rethink that. I don't think that's a smart move. And you have, companies like Crypto.com saying, "Oh, well, yeah, we'll delist them if that's what we have to do. We'll abide by the law." You shouldn't have said anything. Shouldn't have said a word. You know what I mean? Like, should have just left it alone. You didn't have to say a word. Just let it play out. Let it play out. Because I honestly think that it's going to be a bad decision if they do, if they do try to stop Tether. Actually, I have to tell you, I think Tether would get stronger. There might be that initial hit, but I think Tether gets stronger after something like that. Should pay attention. I think it's sleeting outside because I can hear it. I can hear all the little pellets hitting my windows. Kind of cool. So yeah, I think that's a bad idea. So we got a lot of information to work with today. We have a lot of information that we got to work with today. But you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. So let's do that. Oh no, that's the wrong desktop. Let me go fix that right quick. There you go. That's the right desktop. Pull that, push this, move my notes out of the way. And last time I checked, today's Thursday. We have initial jobless claims, U.S. productivity, and some Fed speak. Sounds like a boring day, but right here, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. Initial jobless claims. Definitely looking for that. Definitely looking for that. Fear and greed index is at all the way down to 49. That's a drop from 54. Still in the neutral zone, but that's a big drop. That's a big drop. And it's an even bigger drop from the 78 that we've had within the past month and the 70 that we just had last week. DeFi Llama, we're at $116 billion in total value locked. That tells me that things went up a little bit. You could see, not only you can't see it over here, but it did go up a little bit from 114 that we were at yesterday. Excuse me. It looks like Bitcoin's trying to get over $100,000. Right now it's at 99 and change. Oh, let's see. It took a little bit of a, no, we're at 99 and change, 99,086. Right? I know this is painful to look, but I keep it there just to see. Just to see. So would there be a line here? There would not be a line there. Oh, maybe there would be. Hold on. So if I drew from this line right there, could there be a line right there? Oh, there could be. Right? Because then you're connecting these two, but you run through these. You're connecting a couple of trades over there, but then you're connecting all the way back here. Let me just realign that right there. Yeah, about right there. Let me extend this a little bit. Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because on that downward motion, it's basically telling us when we come back up, it's giving us a point where we could say, okay, this is where you're going to be. Let me see if I can draw another one right there. That's kind of what I want to do. And then from right here, do these connect? It's like I got to click twice to get it to work right. Does it connect here? I think it connects there better. And yep, it does. Look at that. So let's make it a little bit longer. Huh. And those are high points, like here, but we busted through there. That's a high point. This is a high point, but over here is a high point. Over here is a high point. Very interesting. Huh. I mean, not what I really want to see over here, right? But I wonder if we have another one forming going up like this. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what that looks like. I should change the color of this one. Right? I should change the color of that. Let's make it pinkity pink. Pinkity pink. So we can actually see. Huh. I'm going to pay attention to that. I'm going to pay attention to that. Then we've got the big board where you can see everything kind of happening all at once, give you a big picture view. I really love this view. It doesn't mean that I get to cue in on this, but it gives me a really big picture about what's going on with the top coins that are out there. And I always like that, right? So I'm kind of looking around and kind of going, all right, let me pay attention to this. And then let me look at what's going on year to date. Okay, cool. Not a lot of action. But do I have opportunities? Shiba Inu to me looks like an opportunity. That's still trading at 15. Let's see what the crypto tracker says. Oh, I gotta log in. Oh, what a shame. Yep. Gotta log into my own site. That happens. There you go. Let's bring that back up. All right. So what I really want to see is right there. Where am I at with Shiba Inu? 4.42x for SHIB. Yeah. That is definitely because this is doable for SHIB. This is like not a problem. So I think I'm gonna get in. I think I'm gonna get in right here because I think there's tremendous upside. And I really like that. That's a play that I want to get into. But let's look at the losers today. All right, let's take a look at the losers. Not a ton of losers. I mean, you get all the way down, so everybody on the list is bad. Celestia's down, Floki's down. Who else? Grass is down. I covered them a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. Anybody else I'm paying attention to? We already knew about Thorchain. Still taking it on the chin. Caspa's taking it on the chin. Radium's taking it on the chin. Athena is offering an opportunity, I think. 1.84x, GMBX factor. Huh. Interesting. AI16Z, both again, they've changed their name, but they haven't changed the ticker yet. And it's got a 7.55 GMBX factor. Fartcoin, a 4.08 GMBX factor. I don't know about that. Protocols is down 13%. GMBX factor 2.93. I think virtuals might actually do something. I have to do a little bit more research on that one, but I think there's an opportunity there. So let's see. Then you're looking at who's up, and again, my 5% rule. The only one that I'd be looking at is Pendle, and that's only because M Shukamoto is into Pendle, and it's got a GMBX factor of 1.46. Oh, see that right there? I think they can do it. But other than that, that's it. There are no winners that I need to be paying attention to. Everybody's taking a hit or moving sideways. So there's a lot of news to actually look at today, and I'm expecting more news tonight for tonight's show, and that's where I'm going to be keying in on all of the news and events for today, because there's just a lot going on. Strategy changing their name, the investigations that we have going on. There are a lot of interesting things, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I think the market is looking up. But something that's really catching my attention, I can't get this out of my mind. I'm just wondering. Because you zoom in a little bit, right? And you're kind of like, huh. That's right, because I'm touching this one, and then one way back here, right? Right there. There's your 3. To be able to draw a straight line. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I could see that. And then we need something that's going to break us out of this to draw us up. You can get in here and you can actually see that you could probably draw another one right there. But that's a very short term line. And I'm looking, if you look at the lines that I currently have, those are very long term. Those are longer term. So I'm still waiting. And we still need the volume to pop up, right? So we'll see what happens. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, smash the likes. Tell your friends about this community because it's an awesome community. And we've got more coming for you, I promise. If you're interested in joining the community, go to growmyBag.tv/sign-up. Become a bagger for $12 or a big bagger for only $120 a year. Our next big bagger only video conference call happens this Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. You know what you get during that call? You get us talking about all kinds of tips and tricks, all kinds of coins that we're researching, all kinds of things that we're doing, not just about crypto, but even outside of crypto, because it's about growing your bag. And some of us have many bags across many different ways to grow it. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.